right, night before we run 50 miles, we are prepping all the food, all the supplements and everything. We got all the sandwiches being made. Is there a problem? YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a special video going down. Tomorrow we are going to be running 52 miles around a 4-mile track in the woods every hour on the hour, following the last man standing format. Each loop is going to have close to 375 to 400 feet of gain, and I'm going to take us through every lap, how we're feeling, what we're doing, and to see if we actually hit that 50-mile marker, and to see how our body recovers from it. All right, night before we run 50 miles, we're going to go into the kitchen right now to see what's going on. Everything we got here. Supplements.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Hey, guys.
Oh, that was weird. That was weird.
Inception.
That's crazy. We have the whole crew here, and this is Inception. What are we actually doing over here?
Tucking them into bed and telling them they're so good.
In case you're wondering, this is the group that's going to run 50 miles tomorrow. All right, so here's the stash for tomorrow. Roughly everything in here, one serving size is right around what a gel would be, just in different forms. So like fruit snacks, that's just for morale boost. Rice Krispie treats, about 17 grams, so a little bit low, so probably have 2 of those. Handful of popcorners, again, pound cake, heavy carbs. Grapes, ginger ale, just 4. This is also 21 grams of carbs, obviously all sugar, but helps with stomach and a good way to get some liquid carbs in. Watermelon in here. Oatmeal cookies, pizza. Pizza's always good for quick stuff. Oatmeal cookies will probably be happening earlier in the day. We all have our bottles right here that we'll be having. Carb powder, electrolytes, energy drinks, 112 milligrams of caffeine in this. This is one I will have in the morning. Advil. Electrolytes. This Ivy Labs from my guy Alex. This honestly tastes amazing. These are what the supplements are looking like. Gels are in here. Salt tabs. BioFreeze, a Shea Muscle Gel. Here's the trick. So for some of the water we're going to have in our bottles, we're going to be using Splendor, which has all natural just electrolytes and minerals in it already. So this will be thrown into the mix. A little bit of a cheat code there.
A bag?
YouTube, good morning. We are 7 minutes away from the start location of our 12-hour run for 50 miles. We are the least serious people that are about to run 50 miles. All right, let's get to the start because we're going to be late. Hours don't need to be up front like this.
Matt, there's a spot up there.
There it is.
Matt, there's a spot up there.
All right, first lap done. Didn't take the camera with me just because I was drizzling a little bit. Can't get this thing wet. But first lap done. Took us about 50 minutes. The goal is to come in around 50 minutes every single time. About 371 feet of elevation gain. So gonna be feeling that after first few laps. We're gonna fuel right now. And then yeah, go from there.
3, 2, 1, action.
Look at his whole thing now he has.
I know, I have the same one. He made me get it. He influenced me.
He influenced
I influenced the famous person.
It's okay. Your body
Lap 2 starting up. So again, the goal is to try to get back with 10 minutes to spare each and every single time.
Okay, good.
And we go from there.
It's a little wet.
Drinking one of these every single lap. The goal is to try to go pee about every 90 minutes, ideally, but we'll manage it as we go. A little humid. Got some time, so might as well talk to the camera. Any type of ultra marathon, especially last man standing format, the key to going far is to making sure you're managing the micro, where you're supposed to be at every lap, creating a system early on the trails where certain trees you're going to walk at, certain uphills you're going to walk, downhills you'll run. Seeing what the time is. If you don't like it, you then adjust the optional hills that you marked into now running hills. Get back in a faster time. Especially if you have to go to the bathroom. So a lot of it is understanding what you have to do, creating that system, sticking to it, and then especially fueling. I think ultra comes down to controlling what you can. So physically, obviously doing all that, but then if internally something goes off, that's where you're then fighting for your life. It's gonna be hard to recover from there. So making sure you have foods that sit well in the stomach. Not trying anything else new. Race day, whole foods. Hydrating, a lot of sodium depending on the weather. Again, winning the micro. If you're going through laps, if you're finishing the laps fast, you're not fueling enough, your body's gonna feel it. Laps done, just about 750 feet of gain. It's under 9 miles in. Legs feel good so far. Shoes are soaked, it's very humid, shirt's gonna come off. We're gonna do more snacks and liquid carbs this lap. So I'm alternating every other lap. I'm doing solids. So every other lap I will have a turkey sandwich. If the turkey gets just messing up with my stomach, we'll go just a take the turkey out, just do bread. I gotta go to the bathroom, but this lap we're gonna do some carbs and electrolytes, and then snack on anything little we have back there, grapes, anything else like that. Half marathon in. What am I eating? Oh, turkey sandwich, water. Doing every time I have a solid lap, so eating my sandwich, I'll have 2 salt taps, so not as much liquid. I'm always gonna finish a water on every run. Next lap will be more liquid, powder carbs and electrolytes. So every other lap, and then we'll go from there. Otherwise, feeling good. Vibe check on everybody. Elizabeth, how we feeling?
You feeling good?
Feeling good? Good?
Toes are soggy.
Feeling good. Yeah.
Toes are soggy. Feeling good as just stretching. Yeah, just chipping away. Chipping away. Lap 4, most important part of this.
Oh no.
What the heck?
I know.
Sorry, my clumsy friend over here.
My hands are sticky though.
Yeah,
If anybody was wondering, 16 of these is equal to 1 gel. Ideal? Maybe not, but carbs are carbs at the end of the day.
Cabs.
All right, took a longer lap. My mom is going through it right now, so we're kind of tending to her. 22 miles in, 5 hours of running. This is a PR distance for my mom. She's about to hit a marathon right now. Pain is at like an 8 out of 10. So we're gonna slow it down with her. I gotta get back out there though, so we'll do it. 7 laps in. Carbs and electrolytes, applesauce, gummy clusters, salt tabs, 2 of them. It's getting hot. 31 miles in. Changing shoes, socks. It's about that time. I feel like I just got a foot massage. Lord. You don't feel my feet literally feel amazing. Throwing this on. Applesauce doing good. Oh. So good.
I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it over here.
8 hours in. 35 miles down.
That's okay.
IT band's been hurting since mile 12. Still no Advil yet. Just gonna keep chipping away. In it now. Let's switch over to the phone. We moved from the car to the actual start of the run. Ooh, tough downhill. So this will be lap 10. IT band, not good. Truthfully, we get back on this lap, fuel up. You got one more lap, one more hard lap, and then you can just dog the last one. Get you to 50, and I'll finish this thing. We'll check back in once we get back over there. Second to last lap, we're in the middle of it right now, 45 miles in, a little bit of wisdom here. There's something special, now hang with me, there's something special about the pain cave because when you're in a pain cave like in an ultra, it takes a while to get there. And the first thing you want to do as soon as you're there is get out. I think a good way, for me, the way I view it, it might be crazy. I try to stay in the pain cave as long as I can, knowing the effects that come from it down the road. I've learned so much from just the ability to sit in the pain as long as I can, and that duration gets longer and longer with every race I do. And in that duration that gets longer, I learn more and more about myself every single time. I was one of the first people to be hurt in any type of way early on, 10 miles in, you know. But immediately I came back to I've been in such worse conditions. I could do this. I'm okay. And from there on out, it's a mental acceptance that you make an agreement with yourself that we're gonna just keep doing this, no matter how our body's feeling. And pain's gonna be there, yeah, but that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen with anything. There's so much that comes from sitting in the pain cave, and I know a lot of people don't want to do that. That's the last thing you want, but that's where the real growth is. So let's go finish this lap. Camera's dirty, but that's all she wrote. 52.77 miles done. I can't really breathe right now. So okay, we sort of came back to life. We're gonna go through everybody and how many miles they ran. Mother.
25.2.
We're gonna say a marathon. My watch was at a marathon.
Okay.
Samantha.
I ran 41 miles.
And what's your previous furthest?
My previous furthest was marathon.
Oh yeah.
I ran 40 and change.
40 and change. She's doing last
Your
minute.
watch was ahead.
Yeah.
She's doing last minute standing again this year.
Yes.
And Miss Elizabeth.
I ran 50.
That's right.
What was your weekly mileage average the past 5 weeks?
No. I was sedentary.
Like below 20.
I feel like I've been studying.
Well,
I haven't
probably.
seen the
It was 25 last week. This week, well, obviously I didn't run a lot this week. Week before was probably like 13. Week before probably like
And you crushed it.
15.
Yeah,
I really
seriously.
wasn't running a lot at all.
No, but
And
you were
goes and runs for 12 hours, 50 miles. How many finishers did we have?
Wow.
12?
I think 11. 11. That one
Yeah.
kid didn't finish.
So out of a handful of people, we had 11 people that finished. Super humid day, super sweaty day. Just not good running conditions, but chipped away. And yeah, we'll do a full recap tomorrow. Okay, it is one day later, and soreness update. We feel good. We feel good. I can squat all the way, calf raise, bring my knee all the way up, squat all the way down, do whatever I gotta do, hip circles, anything like that. Hips are a little tight, calves are the most sore. IT band was bothering me a lot on that run, but it's not bothering me today, which is good. So I'm still gonna get it worked on, but right now we're going to recap everything. So body feels good. Physically, I'm fit to run 50 miles and keep going. We're going to get into, a little bit of metrics with this. And overall, how it felt. It was very humid yesterday. It was hot. I was sweating the entire time. And here's kind of what happened. So I'm running, just hanging out with people, getting back in every lap and with 10 minutes to spare. Same thing I did for last man standing last year. And then the last 2 laps before the marathon mark, which is lap 4 and 5, I'm pretty sure, 5 and 6. My mom, as soon as she crossed mile 16, that's a distance PR for her. And she was hurting. IT band was really hurting. She was falling behind. So I stayed with her for the last 2 laps. The second to last lap I was with her. I had about 5 minutes to spare. And the last lap I was with her, I had 90 seconds where I got back, barely did anything, then had to go out again. On that lap, I forgot my water. This is approaching 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's when the heat's coming out, and I ran that whole lap without the water. From there, I was a little dizzy, and it was kind of like catching up from there on out. And I think that's just the importance of ultra prep is you have to have that system that works, or an ultra marathon. Have a system that works, and you have to do it. The second you fall behind is the second where you're going to start playing catch up, and playing catch up never ends well. And it's just hanging on for dear life. So from there, I then had to run with my girlfriend, who ended up doing all 50 miles. She was also going through it, so I stayed with her, obviously, because this isn't a race. There's no need for me to run off. And I was just super happy to have her there, and the fact that she was willing to keep going every single lap, even though it sucked more and more, was just a beautiful thing to watch and be a part of. So all my laps were not off my time, but off of whoever I was with, which I'm completely okay with. It makes the conditions a little bit harder. I didn't have as much time to rest. Stuff you got to work with. So I like adjusting on the go. I like pivoting, and that's what this was. So let's get into the actual metrics now. All right, here's the metrics. It'll be all up on the screen right here. 52.77 miles. The reason why we were a little bit more than everybody else is because we kept our stuff in the car. So we had to run a little bit further and then come back. Took 11 hours and 56 minutes. My best mile was a 10:24. My average heart rate was 137 with the humidity and the elevation gain of 4,600 feet. I'm very happy with that. That's zone 1 for me, which is cool. Average pace was a 13:35. Leadville, I plan on holding. If I hold below a 14:30, I'll go under 24 hours. So that is the goal. And this is with my average pace on this is with the running and then the stopping for 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the lap. So sitting still for 5 to 10 minutes, not moving. That's the average. That's my pace. So I'm very happy with that. I truthfully, if I'm able to acclimate to altitude, I really do see a sub 24-hour finish. Calorie-wise, burned 6,700 calories. That's a lot. That is a lot. Let's get into a few other things. So yeah, I was in zone 1 for 9.5 hours, zone 2 for 2.5 hours, and then zone 3 for 1:47. In terms of elevation, every lap was just under 400 feet, which is pretty cool. So that worked out well. Yeah, everything looks pretty consistent. Again, I'm curious to see how this run would have went if I didn't run with other people. But again, no excuses with that. I enjoyed all of it. I loved running the last 6 laps with my girlfriend. It was awesome. She was going through it, and it was just, it's so cool to have somebody by your side to just do life with, where I'm able to, hey, I'm running, 50 miles for 12 hours, and not her saying, hey, that's crazy. Like, why would you do that? To, oh, hey, I want to do that with you. Overall, how did I feel about this? I felt good. Fueling can get a little bit more dialed in, for sure. But I know what I can do to dial it in better. So I'm happy that I know. Here's the problem now. There's something wrong with my upper respiratory, my chest. When I get towards the end of these big runs, and I happened in 2 other YouTube videos where at the end I'm like, it's hard to breathe, my chest, I had to come down from it. I can't take a full inhale, and that my inhales get shorter and shorter, which means I'm getting less and less oxygen throughout. This is towards the end of the runs, and that mixed with humidity, mixed with altitude, is never going to be a good combo. So when I am diaphragm breathing, so through my stomach, I could get a full inhale. But when I switch it to my chest, I can't. Something stops. It feels like I'm almost going to pass out in a way. I've never passed out, but that's the closest thing I could explain to it. And I've got to figure this out, because if I am feeling this way, there's something internally going on, even though the doctor said, oh, you don't need a CAT scan, you're just overworking yourself. which is complete BS, which is why I always recommend pushing your point of what you want. You want a CAT scan, push for it. You want more blood work, push for it. So I'm going to go to a pulmonologist this week, maybe next week, this week probably. We're going to try to get in. But I need an answer as to what's going on. If I get this figured out, I'm going under 24 hours in Leadville. Truthfully, I am. There's nothing really stopping me of doing that unless my body shuts down from altitude, which is a very real possibility. But there's really nothing that's going to be stopping me from going under 24 hours. If I get this chest figured out, which your breathing is everything. It's not asthma. I have an inhaler. I think we need a steroid inhaler. We'll see. But I just need an answer. So I'm going to get an answer, and I'll update the channel on the answer. But that is a 50-mile run. 52-mile run in 12 hours, just under 12 hours, which is pretty cool. One day, I'm going to rip a 50K, maybe even 100K, and see what I could do for time. I want to go fast in both those distances, those mid distances. And then we go from there. We just keep chipping away. We're 7 weeks away from running the Leadville 100. Scared, excited. I'm going to Colorado this week for the first time and going to be hiking, a big hike with Eric Hinman and a lot of other awesome guys. And that's going to be the next YouTube video, so I'm excited for that, to show you guys what it's like at Muscle Mountain at his house and everything like that, and go through the hike and all that. So thank you guys for watching this far. The support so far has just been awesome, whether it's 10 people watching, 1,000 people watching, 100,000 people watching. I'm still going to post this no matter what. I love just hearing from you guys, so like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. I'm not going to tell you what to do here, but I will see you guys on the next episode.